Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last episode overall of GeekVerse. Oh shit! GeekVerse 2017.
I feel like you just totally discredited the episode we just recorded by chance.
That was the last newscast.
Okay.
You know what's so funny is because we do this every time. Me and Dylan, we did the previous 2 years of the intros, and we always screw them up. We always start something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is,
and we don't do it on purpose. We kind of just. I don't do it on purpose. Maybe you do.
No. You interrupted me, so I couldn't be. I didn't know you were gonna do that. That was one of our sketches planned out.
Go on.
This is the 2017 GeekVerse Bloopers Extravaganza celebration. What this is looking back at some bloopers and favorite moments of the past year. You should go back and listen to the other ones because those are great, but we have another great one in store. My name is Travis Snell, the Clown Prince of Podcast.
I am the Adam Hardcaster, Dylan Musk.
I'm the Fields Taylor Field.
There you go.
Love it.
So what we're about to do is just like a fun little intro. We're going to intro all the clips coming up, not all of them, but we're just gonna throw to a clip and then you'll listen and watch and be like, oh, what a great time and awesome. Oof, I love it. And then you'll be back and we'll send you off on your way. What would you want to, I don't know, what were some of your favorite moments of the podcast this year? What would you like to sum up the podcast this year? Obviously, last episode we did a newscast talk about all of the success we had, but more just about the moments. Because once again, thank you for all the success. We just broke a bunch of records past month. It's been
breaking records.
It's literally been a record-breaking year for us. But what have been some of your maybe favorite casts? Maybe some of your not favorite
off the top of my head, my favorite moment, and I'm trying to remember what I think this was like either episode 100 or something. It was when Taylor did the outro after he had sucked in all that helium from the balloon. That was probably my individual most favorite moment. I think we were all laughing for various minutes. So that's probably my individual favorite moment. But I mean, as per usual, we always have these really strange, like, reoccurring jokes that we use, like the big, and that one just comes up so often. And
I think I did put that in the bloopers. I didn't put every time I use it because now
that would be like nearly impossible
20 times, but I put the origin of big, so you can know that I'm not like we're not just a bunch of misogynist people. That it came from something
there's
else.
Usually an origin, and most of them happen on cast. A couple ones, like, you know, what happened on the boat, like that's, you know, those are the mysterious people ones that you'll find out who knows when. But I don't know, a lot of good jokes as per usual, and just a lot of laughs.
Taylor Field.
I definitely love, you know, where, like you said, like all these different like jokes that just form like from episodes and everything, and especially a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like I love when we record things, like especially for Gauntlet. Like there's so many good like screw ups and bloopers behind the scenes. You know, sometimes
That's all real. I don't know.
It's all real. Yeah, totally all real. You know.
There are some Gauntlet bloopers in this.
Oh, there are?
I put them in. Yes.
Oh, that's
broke
sweet.
kayfabe, as they say in the wrestling business.
But yeah, no, it's moments like that it just they're fun. It's all a great experience and a great time. And I think like one of my favorite episodes I think back is probably the Jigsaw, just how shitty of an experience it was for me in that theater with the guy next to me. And just how I just was so bummed out to do the review because I had Assassin's Creed under my chair. And literally it was just, I'm trading this for this. And it was just a horrible experience.
Sometimes put the podcast into perspective.
I like this is what you bring up is like, that's what I love about 2017. It's how much I hate this cast.
I think it was a very fun podcast because we literally shat all over that movie.
Like, we did. And you hopped in on some of the chatting. Normally
did.
you're just the chatter. I don't know.
And he was my nephew.
But I think, you know, the podcast this year has had so many like high points and great experiences, and you know, we had a lot of. I love the movie reviews. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I think we had so many good movie reviews this year just to cover, and it's been so exciting. So
E3 was a lot of fun as well.
That was a great experience. Yeah, that and the 24-hour stream. Yeah. That was such an experience in itself too. To literally be up for 24 hours and just game. And I can't wait to do that again. So I mean, it's all just. I look forward to making more memories and more new, situations and experiences. Yeah.
I feel like you nailed on the head when you said memories, and then you kept
Oh,
going.
that's the worst feeling, right? When you keep going with an idea and you're like, no, I had the perfect ending.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up first was the 24-hour stream. The fact that we pulled it off from multiple levels of we all work, we all have lives, we're all busy, to get everyone, pretty much everyone there, and they stay for a long extended time was good. The fact that we had no big stream
I
issues.
wasn't expecting to have 5 of us there the whole time, so that was a nice surprise.
Every once in a while, we might lose a little audio here and there, but I thought that was not going to be the case, as sometimes with only a 2-hour cast, we can have mega problems. Yet somehow with a 24-hour stream, we were very lucky. And the fact that, like, we talk about all the stuff we did this year, like our biggest episode and biggest year and everything like that, but the fact, still, we ended up raising $550 for a charity was great. Yeah, it's a small number, I imagine, to many people, but for us in just like a small town in Canada with only 7 people in a podcast back that, whether it was us or people that we knew that helped us and just some of the fans out there that donated, that's what still is like at the end of the year the most shocking me, that we actually hit that goal. I was very surprised, and you can check out that 24-hour stream. I'm going to be releasing that soon. Didn't put any bloopers from there, so you should go watch that, because that's just a whole blooper, that whole thing, I think.
One of my favorite moments was when we were playing Overcooked, and just Kirkland's reactions and how into the game he was. Yeah, that was probably my favorite moment from that.
Yeah, and then I think like we have last year we talked about it, and last year there was only a few spin-off shows, but we have a lot of new shows. Netflix and Phil picked up, and that's been always a lot of fun. Those are just stupid casts, like in a good way, stupid casts. But whether it's talking about Sandy Wexler or Cult of Chucky or whatever, like the adventures we go on there. Rod or Not and Geeks Creed, I gotta give Taylor a shout because those weren't around a long time ago, and I'll give him his due here. Rod or Not and Geeks Creed were 2 shows I honestly doubted both of them. Geeks Creed, because we did that trailer reaction for Assassin's Creed, and it did alright numbers, but nothing that special, and I was like, I don't know if it's worth the time, and Taylor can say well, now it's the 3rd biggest episode, but still the 3rd biggest episode on our podcast is the episode of Geeks Creed, and I remember I said that publicly. I'm like, oh, you guys proved me wrong, and same thing Rod or Not when Taylor was like, Taylor tends to do this thing where he'll just, this is the thing, and I think we have things that are great about us and not great about us. I think one thing that's not great about me is when I have an idea, like Dylan, I was just talking about this Gauntlet idea, I'm going to lay out everything, and it's going to be so much information, but you know what, I tell you everything before I do it. Taylor will say, like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this show, and I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, I already got it recorded, it's coming out tomorrow, I got this, it's like, oh, it would have been great if you clear with us, and Rod or Not was one of those things where I was like, there's a couple things that maybe you didn't clear with us that I thought was a little weird, your zombie sketch, didn't really understand, Sasquatch with Taylor Field, so there's been a couple times where these things come out, I'm like, you know what, they're entertaining because I love you, but it's like, where is he going with this? And Rod or Not was one of those things too when you explain it, like, yeah, it's gonna be this thing where we like play these awful games, but like we also do punishments where we drink stuff, and then I'm like, what? Like, is he just trying to recreate like Kit Jackass? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. But you and Room have such good chemistry. Like, I knew that from Geek Screen, but you guys have good chemistry. The show's edited really well. I'm happy it's back to being every couple months, not a nice big 6-month break, but it is. I've said before, one day I hope this is a job or something like that. We have the income. I'd love to see that show weekly. So spin-off shows continue. Continual conversations are great. I've loved the retros that we've done. Spider-Man retro, we just kind of stumbled upon, and it's on a sabbatical right now, but it will be coming back in 2019, and that's always fun. You, me, Kyle, have so much fun talking about the most minute details of an anime
I love how much we talk about the love triangle in that show. Like, we
go
part. In depth on it way more than you would think.
Which is funny. I feel like in movies, we're not even the biggest
and
fan
we're just
of love.
any episode that like doesn't highlight that, we're like disappointed in.
Oh, I know.
Bring it up.
Yeah, like, oh, it was alright. Yeah. That or Oddbomb. So yeah, spin-off shows are great. The thing for me, I got to shout out before I get to like the main episodes. I've loved the Gauntlet stuff. The Gauntlet stuff has been something that we were tinkering around with for a while because we wanted to do more gaming stuff, but like we still want to do live streams, but I was still gonna have to put a spin on it. And I gotta thank everyone that is watching that has watched it, but the other geeks and you guys, because I know that I sometimes have this mental image of like I was telling Dylan about like, hey,
you got the WWE background.
I got
we
that,
don't
or like
have.
you said too, the Kevin Feige little thing where I'm like, hey, like I want to plan him from this to this, and then it's like sometimes I might be like, hey, like I don't really know why we're recording this, but then when it's all edited together, it makes sense. But I understand why sometimes it's not that case, and that's why 2018 we're changing some stuff. So and it's not gonna affect the Gauntlet at all. It's gonna I think make it even better. But that has been lots of fun because also for people that have been tuning in, it's just that I'm happy people are tuning in because they're watching us. You know, we can do content about this and that. And those have been fun, and the storylines are just gonna get even crazier, even better. But those are fun. Like I will not spoil what happened, but when we incorporated the gauntlet in the 24-hour stream, that tournament was fun again, and then the result of what happened, like they present some. We play some. We honestly this is where I'll admit it. We play some characters and we kind of do some storylines and whatnot. But really, just the genuine moments, like when you guys were Rocket League, were so close. You know, or something like it wasn't a close match, but when I saw you,
your heart is like pumping in those intense games.
Yeah, or stuff where I think it's gonna go a certain way when you just kind of like destroyed Ruben at Geek Mania in the main event. It was like a no contest, and I was like, this is not what I was expecting, you know. And it's been a show that I hope we can continue because it hits the gaming side and it's some fun.
That's the thing. Like I've brought this up a couple times, but like that's where it all started for us making this was E3 and talking about video games, and it's just so much harder to talk about video games every week, and it's so much easier to do movie review than it is to review a video game. So that's why the Gauntlet is, you really get that perspective of all of us as video game fans that you might not get to see on like the weekly show, just because video games take so much more time than a TV show or movie. So. Yeah.
And then for actual episodes, I got a shout out. Unfortunately, Dylan didn't get to join us live, but when we saw Wonder Woman earlier, that was kind of like Civil War. We got to do that.
I missed 2 episodes: Wonder Woman and BVS.
DC, you know, they hate you. But that's always fun. And this one was different because we actually got to release our review the same time the critics. So that was strange. So that was weird. Like me, like preparing it, sitting there, like knowing that if I release this, we're gonna get in big shit. So like all of that. So that was lots of fun. Past couple reviews we did with Star Wars and Justice League. I feel like our review game has gotten better and better the more we do that. It's in the bloopers. It's probably my favorite episode of the year was us talking about Valerian and the City of Thousand Planets. We do this one episode. The blooper is probably the longest blooper, and there's probably 10-15 minutes where between it's like that, Ghost in the Shell, and some other movie that we just kind of like shit on. Like we talk about how the trailers aren't that good, and the quote where we say this a lot too as far as big is the I would go watch this or I'd play this if I won $1 million. And the next step up that is if I won $1 million and had a gun to my head. And like that's one of these things that how did it happen? How did it get created? Someone just said something, and I actually think it was Dylan that said like, if I won the lottery, like, and these things just attach. And that's why I say I always recommend watch the blooper episodes. But I think it's been a great year. Do we have anything else to say before we throw to these clips for the viewers to enjoy?
Have fun. Just accept it.
Just accept it.
Accept it.
Just insert yourself.
Insert yourself in these bloopers.
Don't be scared and just embrace it.
Don't be scared.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Don't be scared.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back.
Hey!
Here to get right in your face with some movie news with our thumbs, you know? Gonna share the load with you.
Yeah.
Share the load, Mr. Frodo. Share the load.
You were supposed to spoil it. I figure viewers have to figure out what it's from, but now...
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. That's what I always say.
Let's talk some trailers. Beauty and the Beast, very highly anticipated film, the live-action version.
Emma Watson is pretty cool.
I was kind of thinking, like Doctor Strange or Benedict Cumberpickle. He changes his accent or whatever, his voice.
But why does she not need to be British?
Well, I'm trying to remember. Was her voice British?
No, but why does she not? What does her being British change to this?
Well, no, it doesn't. But I just thought.
What do you have against British people?
Oh, I have nothing. One of my best friends is
all
British.
of them are British.
I feel like he did that. I have a black friend. It's okay.
I feel like there could be the issue of people thinking it's another Harry Potter.
You do?
No, I don't.
But Taylor,
No, there will be.
I don't know, man.
there's no.
There's people that think Rogue One is a sequel. So
That's different. They're both called Star Wars. This is not called Harry Potter and the Beauty and the Beast.
And also it says Disney about it.
Yeah, it's completely different.
As some say.
The Beast is her father.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you get the name the Beast.
Alright.
And then all these people are like, you duped us, and then they try and go after them. And they have to escape through the city of 1,000 planets.
Wow, there's a lot of escaping to do. That's 1,000 times.
That's a lot.
They have to escape 1,000
a lot of
planets.
sequels.
Yeah,
That's 999.
Yeah, we're releasing 999 more movies.
Next,
gonna be good.
J.K. Rowling's writing them all.
We're pretty excited. We're pretty excited.
Millennia
Yeah,
will be dedicated
if
to
you
this
like
film.
Valerian, you're fucking covered. We don't know what's gonna happen when Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne die, but we're
Yeah,
gonna use their
they'll be in
kids.
there for at least 60 to 70 more.
Well, no, it's part of the story. The main characters die and they pass on.
But what happens in the graphic novels if those characters went to every one though? Then they're kind of screwed. Then we're gonna get CGI.
Well, the graphic.
You know
what
the
if
Beast, we're gonna get
novel's
CGI Dane DeHaan.
What if the graphic novel's still going on?
No, but I mean, like, what if in the graphic novel, the fans of Valerian are pissed. When the graphic novel, those exact characters want to go to every
Oh,
planet.
they do, yeah.
So then that means it has to be Dane DeHaan, or we're gonna recast at some point.
At that, well, I mean, think about it, that's a few decades from now. Maybe we can
Oh,
clone
of course.
people.
Oh yeah.
Time machines, portals, and things like that.
And if there's anything we should be cloning, is Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, so they can make the 999 Valerians that are left.
That's
I
what
feel like that's what
I would take 999 Cara Delegvinnes. So
Wow, I mean,
Over 999
That's a
Mads
lot.
Mikkelsen's?
what? No, God no. Is that a
don't go
joke
there.
question?
We don't go there,
Yeah, is that
Taylor.
a joke question?
Like,
Happy birthday
Are you
to
nuts?
Mads. Belated birthday to Happy Mads.
he's actually mad. He's not happy.
Because he's not here with us.
Yeah, it's like great. Innocent humor is when it's like serious and they do something that they weren't expecting, and it's not forced. When they say something, I call them skull crushers. Why do you call them that? Oh, whatever. Like I feel like that's forced.
I don't know.
You butchered that joke.
That's forced.
Oh, whatever.
I feel like
No, that was
Don't-
we read the script.
Don't hire Taylor to write your film. Sorry. Wow.
I had to look at it like, because for me, I'm not a fan. I don't read animes or watch animes.
You read mangas, you fucking non-weeb.
I was gonna let it slide, but these two did.
What do weebs call like the muggle folk who don't read?
Taylor?
yeah.
You're being such a Taylor.
Man,
Taylor.
You're such a fucking Taylor. Holy shit.
Okay, Taylor's dying. Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Or does someone need to continue? Okay, I'm gonna go.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Y'all just like
I'm good.
leave this here. Can we just like green screen
Okay.
this away?
We're on green screen. We're poor.
Yeah, we can't see Beauty and the Beast.
I tried to think of it as if I was a fan of anime. Would I enjoy this?
You
and
can't
I
just
still
do
You
that.
can't do that. That's the thing.
No, I can't.
No,
I
then
can't.
why did you try?
Yeah, if I was a fan of Sex
I
and the
wanted to
City.
put my shoes in those shoes, but I couldn't do it.
But you know, you guys are letting something fly. He just said, I want to put my shoes in those shoes. You didn't even say, I want to put my feet in their shoes. I want to put my shoes in their shoes. I just sound like some weird
You don't have shoes for your shoes?
I just want to let him finish it out just to hear what else he says.
Taylor, you don't have to. It's just a movie. Like you don't have to be an anime fan to like
No, but
just because you like anime doesn't mean this trailer makes any more sense. I feel.
I feel like this is kind of more like with Assassin's Creed for me. There's gonna be those diehard fans because this is something based off of something like an
IP.
media, so that people really take to heart. So for me with Assassin's Creed, I loved it. So I can see like there's obviously a lot of hate for Ghost in the Shell. So
No, I'd
I
say
was
for the casting.
the casting. Oh, I thought you meant for the movie.
Well, I
That's
guess
just
so.
you. You're just being a Taylor.
I think there is kind of, but it's more not that the movies. You make it sound like people are like, fuck, Ghost in the Shell's getting made this super popular anime. Fuck these anime nerds. Fuck, did you hear that man Ghost in the Shell? What's next? Fuck. They're gonna make 999 Valerian movies. Oh, wait a second.
We don't want the fake weebs.
We don't want like Taylor to pretend to be an anime
100%
fan and
genuine
review the movie.
weebs.
We want Taylor's opinion, not fake anime Taylor.
You don't have to look at it from the perspective.
Look at it.
Like when I watch Assassin's Creed, I'm not gonna be like, if I was an Assassin's Creed fan, I wonder how good I think this would be. Because then I'm just like,
No, we have Taylor for that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey, what do you think?
I would say if I win the lottery, I'll go see it. But I'd be willing to put my own money.
is that our news, man? that's like total trash talk.
That's a new way to put it if we don't like a trailer. I see it if I won the lottery. Oh god.
That's all.
Oh god.
I was forced to at gunpoint. I didn't.
If I put a gun to my head,
And I won the
consider
lottery.
buying it.
If someone put a gun in my head, I would consider winning the lottery to go see the
Like we.
Okay,
you can turn it off.
your
Your phone's
phone.
right there. I thought it's not a lot of effort.
I feel like I don't understand though why
Oh my god, you are legitimately about to get fired right now.
He doesn't know how to turn it off. He's lost.
There's a switch on the side of your phone.
I think you turned it
Yeah,
off.
there's literally a switch on the side of my phone. It's like,
Dylan, you want to talk about while he's figuring out
There
his
you go, I
phone?
got
I think he's here.
I got it. it.
Okay. One more time. That phone's getting broken over my knee.
Wow.
It's case.
Pretty
It's
difficult
case
to
will
do.
Yeah,
protect
poor
it.
knee.
It's gonna happen. Just thought through the way you pronounce things, that could be it. Because I'm looking past
No,
like
it's
20.
where he's a paraplegic and a guy's using his identity to go into space because the guy's identity.
You're making this
Are you
movie.
thinking of Avatar?
Yeah, Avatar.
Oh, that might exist. Katika.
1997.
Yeah, a few years. 1997. That's 20 years.
I called it. I said it's another movie.
But
I corrected
a few
myself.
years.
I corrected
You didn't
myself.
say it. You
Uma
corrected yourself,
Thurman,
though.
Ethan Hawke, Jude Law. Oh my god, this is a good cast.
I'm definitely Predator more, but that being said, I know I love looking into the alien backstory and the lore. I'm not even kidding. I spent so much time on like Xena, whatever pedia it is.
Xenomorphsluts.com. Oh god.
Xenomorph
Find a hot young local alien near you.
Local Xenos ready to. Yeah.
Ready to morph.
Ready to morph.
It's mighty morphin' time.
But you know, I was kind of hoping that maybe they would bring in someone like I'm a huge Dr. Grant fan. He's my guy. But you know, I
Taylor, you want to start? You're very scared by this trailer, apparently.
you know, I fucking hate clowns. I don't like clowns.
Done nothing to you.
My parents they had a clown poster in my bedroom when I was a kid, and I hated it, but I couldn't take it down.
Why couldn't
Why?
you take it
My
down?
parents wouldn't let me. They're like, "Oh, keep that up there."
Are
So
you
it stayed there.
joking?
No, I had these big clown
Did
buttons.
you
around.
tell your parents you didn't like it?
I can't
Okay.
remember because I was too scared.
Oh my
Are your parents involved with the circus or something? Like, why is that a thing?
Are your parents clowns?
Is that be a clown?
They were very much clowning around when I was little. I did not like that there was that clown.
What does that even mean?
They were clowning around.
But what's the
I'm
difference?
still confused why you weren't allowed to take a poster down in your own room or something.
I was little. I didn't have a say yet.
Very strange.
Well, future child, I'll let you know you can take down any poster you
I
want.
feel like this isn't even the most surprising thing. This is just another Taylor fact. Added to the book.
Building. You know, like there's the scare jumps or whatever that they're gonna have.
Hashtag jumps.
You had it right there.
You don't have to call them scare jumps.
No, we are now. Hashtag scare jumps. That's this week's hashtag.
There's a technique in Melee called the scar jump, but there's no such thing as a scare jump.
There is now. Taylor Field, the bunny, just created it.
I just like I wouldn't put it. I've tried to put myself in the
shoes of a clown.
I was say the rain jacket of that little boy as he's running out in the rain chasing. his
Wait a
ball.
second. You're trying to put yourself
The
in
rain
the rain
jacket.
jacket of that little boy?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful who you say that to. You might get in some trouble. Oh, I just want to put myself in the rain jacket of that little boy. Yeah. Gotta be careful who you talk to. This is only going out to hundreds of people. Kirkland, what did you think
I'm
of the
done.
trailer?
That's good.
When you
I went to the theater with Ruben and our significant others, and we were gonna go see The Shallows, but because they didn't want to see Independence Day, but Shallows was apparently sold out, so we ended up going.
so we
to
dumped
see...
them and we saw.
We ended up going to see Independence Day, and our spouses were just so upset and pissed. Significant others, they were pissed because they did not want to see this movie with a passion. But we went in and we saw it, and I was just in awe because it had aliens. It was so cool. I loved it.
We've seen aliens for like 50 fucking years.
Yeah, but not these. aliens.
I know you like a fucking book. Another
I didn't
scene
enjoy it.
that like I had laughed but it felt very awkward. So Jane Seymour's in this movie, great Hollywood actress.
Is that the old lady?
The older lady who like the backstory is her husband's dying, so she's trying to hook up with some millionaire to get rich. She's
Trying to
using
hook up with anybody actually, just to have some.
So her plan is she's kind of been courting Sandy the whole movie. Sandy's down because Jennifer Hudson left again, so he's down on his luck. She brings him over. She's kind of giving him a lap dance. She's wearing lingerie, everything like that. She throws him on the bed. They start to like kind of go at it. Adam Sandler looks to the side, and her dad.
You did not laugh that much during the movie.
Her husband is in his hospital bed with like the IV hooked up. He's looking, he has like this dreadful face, and he's looking at them.
Okay, honestly, the only reason
He's pointing.
the only reason we're actually laughing this much is because Travis is laughing this much. He did not even laugh as much during the film.
This is how much he laughed during the raccoon scene.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hoping that maybe they would bring in someone like I'm a huge Dr. Grant fan. He's my guy. But
Yeah, if they want to like do a Scorpio Oculus shit, I'll dish out the money for that. Two birds with one stone. Yeah.
My worry is
Fucking my body is ready for
Fucking my body.
I definitely would love to see them actually do a conference because I feel like they have no real games for this new console.
no real games.
Wow.
Now
Mario is a fraud. So overrated.
I have yet to go to tournaments because I don't know of any tournaments for Pokken here.
Force Brianna to pay you for hours.
Yeah. Believe me, if I could play on the arcade like in Japan, I'd be so down to give that a try. Because
You say that, but you don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
I would love to, honestly.
not in that way.
That's like a challenge of some sort.
But I mean,
You don't know what you're doing, you fucking noob.
I'm the kind of person, I bought a specific Pokken controller.
He
You
did,
guys saw it
we've
to
seen
play
it.
Pokken.
You're competitive.
Like,
We didn't see it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I haven't seen
seen
that
shit.
shit.
I really can't see them doing a remake of Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't think, no matter how much you love it, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think-
Sales are so down in Japan, why would they pump out another one?
People are screaming for
shots
it here.
tonight, just-
Screaming out of their soul. They
Yeah.
want
You
this
know
The
what?
only people screaming for the people you have locked up in your basement.
That's the only way they're getting out.
You gotta beat me in Pokken. Or you ain't getting out of here. You'll be the Pokken killer. See you on newspapers.
Jimmy Jr.
Yeah, Jimmy Jr. Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, check out my brother on Hong Kong.
I'll just switch topics now.
Well,
Do you have one?
Don't you
He
have
only has problems with the
How many
Dutch.
Sean boys do you have locked up in your basement?
Nice for you to find out.
Right, Taylor?
My dad left 3 years ago. I haven't seen him, maybe.
He's in Taylor's basement. You gotta get better, guys. Your fingers are just bleeding. Just a bunch of broken fingernails down there. Poking. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Well, all you ladies and gentlemen out there, you can find us with that Shaw connection if it's obviously working.
You know, the majority of our listeners are actually American, so they don't know what Shaw is, which is a Shaw is a Canadian internet and TV company. correct?
That's what they claim.
service
Yeah.
provider.
You think they're actually Hydra. Yeah, Shaw.
Whatever service provider you have.
Your dad's a sleeper agent. Go say Hell Hydra and he's
I've
gonna
always
snap
wondered.
out of it.
Hopefully, if we're on Shaw, then we get a discount on the Marvel streaming service
Oh,
here.
I hope. You mean
That'd
the
be nice.
what if DC's gonna be on Telus? You know what?
There you go.
Fucking Telus. Fuck Telus. One time,
Why do you not like Telus?
one time I bought a pay-per-view, a wrestling pay-per-view. It crashed. I didn't get the whole thing, and I'm like, "Hey, this happened halfway through." Like, well, you just don't get your money back. It's like, and I checked with WWE. Like, no, it wasn't our problem. It was their problem. Yeah, it was completely. Oh no, this is what happened. I bought it. Sorry, no, I was wrong. That was a separate time. I ended up getting my money back.
Did this happen in the Dutch bunch?
Yeah, in the middle of the Dutch. I bought it. It said the pay-per-view was at 5 when I went to watch it. It said didn't start at 8, so they just delayed it for no reason. It's pay-per-view. It's its own channel. There's no reason for it to get delayed. And they wouldn't refund me. They're like, oh, you can get the replay, but all the spoilers are happening. Fuck you,
Sounds like a
Johns.
you problem.
Yeah.
It's a wrestling fan's problem. Be popping up in the next 2 to 3 seconds. My God! I literally said watch it. 2 to 3 seconds. Let's go.
You're talking the.
No, Dill's running into the room.
No, it's not doing anything. It's still not recording.
Oh, I see us now. Fuck, I love Justice League 2! Who are we kidding? We're not getting a Justice League 2.
No, they're restructuring.
Restructuring again. That's what I
Not the word you want to hear after your big team up. Didn't go so well. We're getting rid of Affleck, kind of. We're gonna restructure. Yeah.
Like Alex,
I said if I ever win an Academy Award, I'm never gonna write a speech. Like I'm not gonna if I get nominated.
Why?
I just want to go there and speak from the heart.
But what if you're too nervous and then you probably...
I won't be. I'll be like, finally!
Fuck you!
Yeah. Fuck all you! I should have won this when I did the first Batman.
Just proposed to Michael Fassbender live on stage.
It's like I'm married.
He's like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm married like 20 years ago.
You know what it's like? It's like you have a virgin and you have this
Where are we going?
Okay, yes.
You're not a virgin.
So here
You sacrificed yourself for her.
Here is this 16-year-old virgin who's just like,
What is happening?
No,
You're digging yourself. I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah. You're not
No, like how long?
You know what I'm trying to do?
He's trying to do it right.
You do.
But no, the difference was I used Michelle Pfeiffer's example, who's a 60-year-old woman, because they're like, oh, Travis wants a fucking 6-year-old. That's nice. And you're like, a 16-year-old pristine, prime virgin that I suicide bombed myself for. I'm gonna stop you with your analogy there and either change that age or think about it. And we're back on the game.
I am genuinely curious where he was going with that,
but I don't want to get you off.
live on air, I can't hear it.
If we were pre-recording it but live on air, the second time there's someone take it, and that defines you for the rest of your
Well,
life.
that's already there. People can edit that.
Yeah, but we stopped him. He didn't say. He just said, "Imagine a 16-year-old." He didn't know. He could have said Baker.
Imagine. I'm not even
Imagine a 6-year-old dragon. See, you say dragon, they're older.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog, Uncharted.
No, don't take the sweater off. It's okay. Continuity. Who gives a shit?
We're back on this bloopers episode. What we're gonna play the second half of bloopers because the first half was phenomenal.
Oh,
right?
it's so good. It's my second favorite. I don't know.
So what you're gonna get in this bloopers episode or this bloopers portion is us talking in the middle of a live stream. Taylor was trying to make an analogy about some sort of 16-year-old or whatnot. So the reason I'm setting this
It
up
got
is
risque
because
and we ended it.
the reason because I'm setting this up is because in the blooper it's cut off and ended, and like we'll hear it, but then you don't get to hear the whole thing. Can you tell the full analogy now? You know, actually, this is the bloopers episode.
It's been a couple weeks to simmer.
I still remember it.
Yeah.
That'll
exactly.
actually, you know what? Because blooper episodes we're always screwing stuff up. I'm actually gonna play the clip before I've already talked about this, and then we're gonna talk about this after. So
Whoa.
classic. So you just
Kevin
heard a
Feige
clip
action.
where Taylor was talking about. He's like, oh, it's like, you know, there's a 16-year-old. I think you said, I don't remember what you said, but it sounded like
I
from
remember
our
how it
perspective,
goes.
you said, from our perspective, it sounded like you said, so there's a 16-year-old virgin, and me and Dylan like, whoa, wait a minute, and you said, and it's a woman, and then we're like, hey, no, we cut you off because we were live, we don't know what you're saying, but you were actually
Okay.
saying something else, so Taylor's not being pervy, he's not some weird guy or anything like that, so what were you actually trying to say?
Okay.
We shouldn't have cut you off, but we did, so.
Okay. Well, it was live stream. I understand.
Can you blame us? Like,
No, I cannot at all. So you have a 16-year-old virgin and it's a woman. I'm like, no, we're not doing this.
You're 16 years old and you are a virgin. Okay. Okay. That's where
what's
you go.
established.
And you see a woman. Okay, that's how it works. That's how it works. It's a beautiful woman, and the analogy works as that woman is Jurassic Park. You know, you respect
it
it.
is about Jurassic World.
You're young, and you respect it. It is fantastic. You know, it's been put on this earth. It's amazing, and then you just respect it. It's fantastic.
You just
I mean,
respect
you're a virgin because you haven't watched it yet. But finally, like, you get to the point you watch it, you're still a virgin though. So, but bear with me.
it doesn't make
So you watch it, and it's absolutely amazing. So then you get to the point where you're 18. You're still a virgin.
Wait, no, how can
No!
you be...
The continuity doesn't make sense!
He watched the movie.
But he's still a virgin.
You can't watch the movie and be a virgin.
No, hear me out though.
No.
Yeah.
You just got a taste, is what you're saying? Like, what do you get?
It was like a taste. Yeah, that's a good point of putting it.
Oh,
You
boy.
get a taste because it's like it's not like losing that virginity feel, you know, in that sense. It's Jurassic Park. It's perfect. It's beautiful, and you know you get to that point where you're 18, you're still a virgin, and then Jurassic.
I feel like you explained
Jurassic
this to us
World 2.
afterwards, and it actually made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
And now I don't know, and I've already got that correct.
Jurassic World 2 comes out, and then you watch that, and it's like,
Hey,
wow,
were you
this is it.
watching Jurassic Park or Jurassic World in the first analogy? Because you said Jurassic World 2.
The first when you're 16, you're watching Jurassic Park.
Park.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure
when
Park?
you're
Yeah,
18.
Park.
The original one.
So at 18,
Original.
you're not watching Jurassic World, you're watching Jurassic World 2.
Yeah. Because this had to do with the trailer, and I was coming up with an analogy for the trailer when it dropped.
I think you
So, yeah.
could have used Jurassic World 1
You
as
watch-
the 16-year-old version, but anyway.
Well, you get to Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom, you're still a virgin, but
Fallen
when you watch
Kingdom name
it...
drop, yeah.
Okay. When you get to that, then you watch it, and then your virginity's gone. And it's like, well, this movie is just...
just like that.
this movie is absolutely fantastic, like, it was satisfying, and it was, like, insertive, and just all this stuff.
It was insertive.
Was it on a boat?
It was insertive? Oh, wow. It's a perfect description of sex, but it's very insertive.
So, like, I totally made more sense that night. You're right.
So you don't get it here, folks.
The sad thing is, it actually did, because Taylor his analogies never ever worked, and it did, and now it doesn't. Well, enjoy the rest of the bloopers. We're happy we could explain that to you, so people, if they're ever wondering.
I hope you enjoyed the halftime show.
Exactly, yeah. And Taylor, I only got one question for you. Whose boat is it?
Whose boat is it? Yeah, that's the main question.
That's the age-old question.
How's that guy doing, by the way?
Ho ho ho! Are these old games still good Christmas stocking stuffers?
Or will they spread soot in your stockings? Shit.
I kind of stopped when you... Take 3.
Ho 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 ho! Are these old games good Christmas stocking stuffers?
Or will they spread soot from coal in your stockings? Did I say that wrong?
No, I just looked at you funny.
Oh.
Oh, what?
You want to do it again? Sorry, I didn't mean it. You have just an exhibition tag team match. You're teaming with Taylor, you're teaming with Tyler. You're teaming with Tyler. That'd be a terrible team. If a new person from not in the gauntlet comes in and beats you, and you're still last.
You know, might be a bit embarrassing, but I don't know if it'll be embarrassing for me. I think it'll be embarrassing for them because
if they win?
If they lose, I don't think they're gonna win. I think, I
think it's recording. Yeah. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
So it has a dog's purpose, didn't it? I didn't
Literally
realize
just
you
before
were
you
doing it. Cut.
It comes down to one thing. I haven't learned it yet. But what I have learned is that I'm going to steal the show tonight.
Jessica! Wow, what an entrance. Are you going to do that again?
Yeah. Wow, way to go. Nice promotion. I am the ghost Hoenn Pokemon Jessica.
The ghost what?
Hoenn.
Hoenn. New
Like-
Pokemon release on Go today.
Wait, like what's the Hoenn for?
It's a region.
Yeah.
Okay. This sounds like you're
Risky.
a Hoenn Pokemon. Yeah,
You're trying to
don't
throw
go to the
something
whole
less than-
region of Pokemon.
Yeah, I was thinking of the farming tool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like they could have done something more creative. But
I can't wait to hear
it
how
isn't
Taylor
like-
justifies that it's a great title.
You know, this is the lineage. This is what it has to be.
I don't think he does the hand thing. That's actually
Star Wars. Assassin's Creed. It's okay, Taylor. We host a Star Wars show together. It's okay.
god. Okay.
I thought for a second Tyler had his hands on Dylan and her and shoulder, just like
guys are
Tyler's gonna kill us.
He's slowly bringing us inwards. We're just like sitting up and laughing at some point.
I took it as he's gonna murder us after the cast, so he's just like soaking it in. Like, man, I love these guys before I wear their skin as a suit. You know?
Oh, that classic old tale, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Great Halloween costumes.
Perfect.
You know, me and my friends will show up as the GeekVerse crew.
That's so fucking sick. If someone's like a real story, like a group of teenagers were arrested, they cut these podcasters' skin off and did it. And imagine they take over our channel, they go live, and they're doing impersonations.
3 episodes in, when their faces starts like falling off.
Yeah. Wow, no one noticed, you assholes. We've been dead for 3 weeks, and you're just like, oh, wow.
Yikes.
Oh, that's.
You know, I never thought this podcast could get any worse, but these last 3 weeks, man. Wow.
But yeah, he flips the sign around, then you see Solo, a Star Wars story, and then for some reason, just seeing it like that just made me get a little bit excited.
Oh, gee, how did I know this story was going to handle that?
Your marketing's working on something. You got Taylor.
All they gotta do is have a big furry dude go to every single person's doorstep and do the reveal.
I'm sold. I'll buy that product. They're not in for it. I might get Ruben in on it because Ruben is freaking huge for this. He's huge for it. Way bigger than I am. But you know, this movie, I like absolutely.
Tyler, were you a fan of this trailer?
What are you, Bakudo from Defenders? Ruban. Like, get it? Colleen.
I haven't seen Defenders, so
No, it was a joke just for Dylan.
That was a very obscure joke that even I barely remember, but I got it now. Colleen.
I think it's because it's one of the funniest things I've heard the past few months.
It is. So it's not killing people.
So it's like a Jurassic Park game.
It's a Jurassic World game, but it's.
You could have just said yes to them. They're the exact same thing. There's a reason for that, but he has a babysitter. Of course, he has the hots for her. She's very attractive, very good looking, very has a big personality, personable. What
big
person? Fuck. She's very personable. She's watching him for the weekend while his parents are away.
The detail of like the dinosaurs,
the scales,
the big features.
No,
big dinosaur features.
My last shout out is, I know he's still playing hard to get, but you don't gotta get married, Michael Fassbender. Let's just stop playing around. Let's just do this thing. But he did get married, so big congratulations to Big Fassy.
I read the
big bad
I read the
Fassy daddy.
I read the prenup, and it says if Travis, wants to get married, then I'm instantly out. So.
Yeah. So no, a big shout out to them. I'm very happy for him. So I'm happy to see him in the movie soon.
Now he can kiss someone else other than himself.
Yeah. Would you still take him even though if he got divorced and lost all his money and he had nothing? Would you still take him?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's not in it for the money. He's in it for
the flute playing.
I'm in it for his big lungs.
The flute. You can only play the flute with your big honking lungs.
Taylor, where can they find it?
Well, I got one more thing.
You said you had one thing. What the fuck? I said, are you done?
Hey, enough of this.
You even said, are you done? You're like, yeah.
For movie news.
Oh, okay.
What other news is there?
This is a novel news actually.
Oh, we don't have a novel section. What the fuck? You can't just make this up. Oh, here, I want to talk about Gone with the Wind.
When the clock doesn't strike 9, it's Taylor time, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not 9, at least where we are.
It's not many places where the listeners is probably 9.
So yeah, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I read the Star Wars Thrawn book, and it was absolutely fantastic having that depth brought in back for his character.
Is this like an official canon book?
It's official canon. Yeah, absolutely.
He also steals Greedo's girlfriend. Greedo's girlfriend's just this big whore, actually. You gotta read the book to find out.
Read the book. But yeah,
Greedo's girlfriend, a horror story.
Okay, guys.
I know, I'm gonna get some flack in the comments. It's a joke, come on.
You won't get as much flack as those DC fans get, let me tell you. Fuck those DC fanboys. But
I'm so sorry to all the fans. That was once again Taylor's words, not mine. I didn't say that.
I think that's the reason why we get flack.
They're so mad. I can be like, that trailer was mediocre, but I still liked it. And the DC fans are like, fuck you, Taylor, you belong in jail or something. I'm like, what did I do?
I was outside his house. He's just going to work.
Kevin bagged my car.
Kevin Fuck you, Taylor. You like that movie?
It's just gonna be such a fantastic novel, but it comes out in 2018, and I'm so excited for it.
Oh, I thought you had read it already.
No, it's a sequel.
Oh, cool.
To the Thor novel we just got.
Oh, but you read that one.
I read that one. Yeah, I got the hardcover.
How long is it? Like how many pages? I'm guessing it has big letters.
Taylor just skipped to the ending.
Big letters.
It's a big pop.
But I got the hardcover version, so
That's not what I asked.
He does it all the time. He just answers a
I have the steel case. I'm like, it's a book, dude. What are you talking about?
no.
Please no.
Okay, we take this home, Taylor. We're gonna find all the
you
big
can find
links.
all of our big juicy content.
We're getting a little too far at the big
Yeah,
now,
you need to
okay?
simmer that one down.
Oh, don't tell that. You've done it more than anyone else.
I didn't.
Anything you can put size in front of big. We've lost all our female audience.
I find some awesome stuff, but mainly you want to go onto our Facebook. And when you get onto our Facebook, ladies and
You
gentlemen,
sound like you're so much pain.
You sound like sorry. This is gonna be a little weird. We're gonna lose all the rest of the female
Your
losers.
zipper, bro.
I'm gonna lose all the female listeners now, but if you
like this costume.
you sound like you're in like one of these weird like fantasy porns where like the porn is like the girl's like talking to her boyfriend on the phone while she's doing it with the guy because you're like, oh yeah, the links they're good. Like the links they're good. Yeah, you're making no sense. Hoffman. Why you fucking Hoffman? Yeah.
Any other movie stuff you guys had? Oh my god, the note.
I saw
That's a pamphlet. Taylor's notes have turned into an official pamphlet.
I feel like
Oh, wow.
that's the backwards version of a book. Doesn't the
you
title
make that on
usually go on the
publisher?
other side?
No, I wrote notes on the front. That's the title there.
Oh.
That's the front?
That's the front, yeah. And
Oh,
that's
what?
the back because the fan.
Why does the front have like
Yeah.
that looks like the cover of a book
That's
that
what
The
actually
back has notes where you put it.
No, you got that all wrong. And the way you open it too.
It's like a Japanese version.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Those are some extensive notes.
And then the thing is, the mother box is taken. Mare does this thing, puts them in the fucking Phantom Menace bubble, and then she's just like, "You're back. You know your mother. You can't talk to her like that."
Yeah, they like don't even talk to
Mare is
totally what it was.
Mare is completely calm. This box could destroy everyone she loves, and she's just like, "You're back. It's good to see you. You can't talk about the queen like that. What are you doing?" Like just a normal. What should have happened is
Why?
It's for.
If I'm gonna spend hours on end playing games, I don't want.
You want a nice
cramp.
girthy, chunky controller like the Xbox one.
It's true.
Not the flimsy plastic ones that cost $80.
And they're super
Like
light.
Sony
There's
has.
no weight to them.
Also, you wouldn't be spending tons of hours playing shit Xbox games.
Wow.
Off to a fiery
Sorry,
start.
the headphone users of the world.
I did cover my mouth though, so at least when I did
That doesn't help.
I did the alarms. It does help a little bit. It lessens the blow. So yeah, we got one last newscast. Next week's Alien Covenant. Week after that is Pirates. Week after that is Wonder Woman. A bunch of stuff. So you can check out our spin-off stories. We got lots going on. Kyle, you don't have your phone on you, do you?
I do.
I was gonna say, can you announce what's coming up in the coming weeks for Gauntlet as you're actually here and you're like the chairman?
Here we go.
It's Hacksaw Ridge.
Apparently, yeah.
Uh,
And Independence Day, you know.
Oh, Hannah takes just as many shots as the soldiers do in that movie.
Oh,
so,
wow.
you know. I don't mean like a suicide shot. I mean like shots at people. Alright. Before I hear it in the comments, calm down over there.
You're fired, Trevor.
You have to do all this PR stuff now.
Great. Lost my title shot.
Kind of weird. I wonder if that's just gonna be like, what the hell was that?
It's a bomb. Get down.
I've been waiting for that for years. Like I'm so done with like the Call of Duty games. Like I've never cared about the stories a whole lot, and then the multiplayer is just like
fascinating.
It's not so great, but I've always loved zombies.
Modern Warfare had a good story.
Maybe I never cared. I never. I thought it was fun.
I've already got the new Call of Duty. I have the seasons pass for that.
You have all the maps
The third
already,
map
I
pack
guess,
is
so.
coming out for that. Why am I gonna go and reinstall Black Ops 3 again just to play these zombie maps? Maybe if I had friends over and split screen it, I might be more.
But he doesn't have friends. So that's the problem.
They never want to play. I
Can't you
send
put up like
messages.
any other of the 50 COD games that exist anyway, though?
What do you mean?
That idea is so south of the border of him playing a whole COD game.
He's like, I don't understand. Like, so many problems with the Switch. I don't know if you guys heard of them. Like, a lot of people, like, it would just break.
Oh, yeah, we heard of
Like,
them.
putting their controllers in, they would just snap or something. And
It's like Han Solo and
he's-
Star Wars. It's all true.
He's had no issues with
The
his.
$1,000 battery packs. We've heard it all.
Yeah, he's had no issues with his. He loves it. So he's been pretty lucky.
Does your friend lie a lot though? Is he a
Well, I
compulsive
played
liar?
his Switch.
He
and
could
it's
be
not
trying to
broken,
justify
so-
buying the console.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's great.
He's like, you want to buy mine?
Crying, rocking back to sleep with the Switch at night.
Yeah, no.
His garbage cans is full of old controller like boxes.
I hope Arms is good.
Yeah. No, I liked it, especially for like something like we were just outside and I have no
Oh,
complaints.
you played it outside even.
Yeah.
Did you play
we're
Rob?
Did you bring it to a party?
Basketball
Yeah, no. We were going over this on a rooftop at the party.
Hey guys.
Yeah, no. It's obviously like a lot smaller than the Wii's. It's smaller than my phone. So
Oh right, the Joy-Con, right?
yeah.
I thought you meant the screen.
Yeah, like he has a different version. I think he has a bootleg Spider-Man 3
They
poster.
got some tiny
Yeah.
people in these trailers.
Why did you break him on that?
Starring the Hobbits. The Switch trailer.
But
It's gonna be 3.
For what?
3 trailers. to
Oh
get to the
right,
Switch.
3 books. No.
Did you play 1-2 Switch?
One book.
I don't even know what that is.
So you milk cows and pour glasses of
And
water?
simulate oral sex.
But you know, as far as prequel games go, I'm gonna go for this is my ace in the hole here. Assassin's Creed Origins. That's a prequel game. So you know.
You haven't played it yet, bitch.
Gloves off. But I can already just from what I've seen, I think you know what? It's way better than the latest Assassin's Creed.
I hope it's
now,
Unity.
so-
After all that, I hope it's Unity.
Oh,
Have fucking
God,
eye
no.
people walking
But
around.
I mean, that's my go-to for games. Like if they're taking the prequel route, there's still a very good chance. You know,
Why do you want to keep it completely empty?
I like to collect like Ash Greninja, for example, keep it completely untouched. So you can have these legendaries and some rare Pokemon at their original level, but when you look at them, you'll see the XP bar is filled a little bit. I don't even want that completely untouched because they have a higher trade value.
Pristine condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh wow.
That's how I go about collecting because I have a legendary collection. That's
You
what
know,
I
you,
like.
know, you
at
can
the
just
black
like
market.
run from battles and then stuff doesn't get.
I know,
then
but
you're
then
admitting defeat.
sometimes when they say can't escape or whatever, and
Like if you have to
sometimes
run from a Pidgey, that's pretty.
even
nice.
if I don't have like a legendary but a Pokemon I want to keep untouched and I forget to run away and I forget the experience shares there sometimes and boom. I don't know, there's just stuff it can happen too easily. I don't like that.
The man's got a reputation to uphold.
I hear that. It's
He's known on the trade network.
Yeah.
He's rated
And
number one.
Cerebi.net.
Cerebi.
You guys have anything else to add?
What do you think of the takeout of HMs?
Ooh.
I
don't like it.
No, I hated HMs. I'm glad.
I liked
Yes, I would
HMs.
know.
I love hot macaroni.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I liked HMs. I think it's a cool alternative to be able to like ride your Pokemon and all that nowadays.
Oh, wow.
This game took a turn.
Taylor's turn.
But I like the HMs.
That's why he wants some pristine.
Untouched. Fresh Pokemon.
It was
Clean.
There's quite the market.
Not
out
even
there.
a single fingerprint on them.
on the deep web.
Get your filthy little hands on me.
They're more valuable on the market. What can I say?
Oh, you're going to hell.
Aren't we all though? I mean,
I'm not. JJ told me.
we're all subset first.
Davy Jones.
I don't know.
We're talking about his end credit scene right now because it ties in this. So the end credit scene, if you didn't see it, if you need a refresher, Will and those are sleeping probably after many hours of sex because, 20 years, that's a long time to wait,
20 years?
Okay, 10 years. Well, I don't know if they would have done it when he was on land that one time because
Oh,
the
yeah.
sun was right there.
They
So even with the Henry right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Babysitters.
So the one time,
Maybe
this kid has never met his father, and the first day he meets his father, they're gonna leave him with a babysitter. I'm gonna say they haven't done it in 20 years. Either way, so they probably have rigorous hours of sex. They're sleeping continually.
They're not even hours of rigorous sex. They're having rigorous hours of sex.
So they're sleeping.
The amount of hours
They
of
have
rigorous.
such intense sex that they distort time itself. So an hour is no longer 60 minutes.
It's a real rigorous amount of
Those are
time.
some rigorous hours.
Hey, The rest of the movie doesn't make sense. Their sex life may as well not. So the store opens. It's very like creepy horrorish. Someone's walking in. You hear creaks. You see a shadow. It's the fucking gills.
The
Gills. The tentacles. For some reason, he just lifts his arm for like a high five, and he's like, like I don't know why.
Literally, I saw that, and instantly I pictured Zoidberg.
Like, why would he lift his sword? This was clear, like, hey, there's gonna be a bunch of fucking dumb kids in this audience, and they're not gonna get that Davy Jones, so we gotta get everything. And then, so, Orlando, yeah, just the way he, like, it was just strange. Will wakes up, he's like, oh, and he's looking around, so like, oh, maybe it's a dream.
I don't think he said ho.
He did.
No, he wakes up and then he wakes up again immediately.
And then he woke up Elizabeth in this weird, like, he like hugged her weird, and then the camera... more rigorous hours of sex. And then the camera zooms down, which he didn't get as bad, because I literally thought Davy Jones was going to be just like his
I was like, no, not like
I was going to demand a refund if that happened. But no, there's like this
I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh my fucking god!
That was definitely higher than I expected.
Yeah, me too.
I went into
like
this
outrageously higher.
I'm gonna do the voice.
What voice?
Oh
my god.
I don't know. Are you trying to pop the balloon?
No, he wants to suck it out.
Oh, Taylor loves sucking things. Yes, I just
podcast listeners.
Okay, everyone. You can find us in the search bar if you have internet. Make sure you go GeekVerse Space Podcast on your Facebook. And you can find awesome content on there. It's the best. Everything from this podcast and beyond for the next few years. I hope you enjoyed this. You can find it GeekVerse Space Podcast in the search bar. There's tons of content. It's amazing. Over to you, Travis.
You look a little pale there.
Whoa!
That was worth the balloon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow, what? I love those clips.
He does it again.
Taylor, didn't you like those clips?
Those clips were amazing. I
Yeah.
don't even remember half of that.
Yeah. What do you think about the last one?
The last one?
Yeah.
I would have to watch it again because it just boggled my mind.
Oh, he's cheaping out on us. I thought it was the best clip. You really get to see Kirkland develop as a human being, and
Well,
the way
really
he,
dropping a
the
name
way
there.
he,
yeah. Oh, well, I hope you had some fun with that. I hope you had some fun with us the whole year. I hope you're going to have some fun with us in 2018 because we love having fun with people. But I hope that you enjoy the rest of your 2017. I hope you have a good New Year's. Please be safe. Please drive responsibly, drink responsibly, all that. What do you gentlemen have to say to close up the final? This is it. This is the end of it. We're saying goodbye to 2017. Moving on.
best year yet, and that
In
that'll
your
be
life or the podcast?
probably both.
Okay.
But
I'll
until
say that too.
until next year when we break that, and 2018 is therefore
we
the
just
best.
tank. Worst year
Yeah.
ever. Pod Baby comes to
Yeah.
buys
we got
iTunes.
bought out. So-
Buy Pod Bay.
I think 2017 was a heck of a year. It had some ups and just no downs. And
What?
I mean, I think
I'll take the Pod Bay.
That's maybe
review.
slightly unrealistic.
I think we just took it in stride and just dominated the market out there, and
We did not dominate the market.
we
Try.
we definitely just grabbed life by the handlebars, like the
By
love
the love
handlebars.
handles.
So I think just get out there and make the world your own, and like when 2018 hits, I feel like we have so much potential to just grow and expand and like be immersed in
very
like
sexual.
I mean, we want to immerse ourselves in like
Just
every
take it
home.
off.
So I think
Insert yourself in the immersion.
I'm pumped. I'm just so like
Pumped.
so pumped. Like
Should stop there again, right? Now we're hypersensitive. Like, oh, I shouldn't have kept talking.
Oh boy.
it's gonna be a good time.
It is. We have there's lots of great movies coming out, lots of TV shows, lots of.
You don't know if they're gonna be great movies.
Well, lots of big events.
Infinity
Lots
War
of
could be the worst movie of my life.
lots of big video games, but lots of big moments. We have lots of fun stuff planned. So please stay tuned. We'll see you in 2018, and we promise it'll not be boring.
Bye bye.
What was that? What was that?
It was a curtsy, but he was in a chair, so it's slightly awkward.
Okay.
Hey, Travis.
That fucking boat. Whose boat, man?
He's glad it happened in the end. Oh god.
I was thinking,
Ryan
you know
Johnson.
how people say the whole like.
What were you thinking?
You know how people say the whole like Raylo thing? People
What
want
did
that
you
to happen?
send us? Bitcoin scam. Man arrested after making over 1 million selling Chuck E. Cheese tokens as Bitcoins?
What a legend!
Why-
Who is this man?
Why are you sending us memes just to the Marvel Retro, not GeekVerse anymore? Why are we getting...
Oh, I don't know actually.
Yeah, why are we just getting hit with your fucking memes?
That's actually legendary, though. I wish I thought of that.
So
He's going to prison now, though.
Okay, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
So you know how they call it Raylo, right?
Yes.
Well, you know how they hinted
Who's
at
they? I've never heard
the
that.
fans. You know how they hinted at
fans.
Poe and Ray kind of hitting it off?
Yeah.
Well, I felt like if they were to combine the names, it'd
Hey.
be bad because it'd be called Rapo. What do you
Are
think?
you
No.
recording still?
Yep.
Oh shit! Are you really?
No, I think they would just
Rapo.
go. I think they would just go with Roy or Ro or Ray Pay.
Rayapo?
Pay?
Ray Pay?
No, just pay.
Oh, Pay.
Rape?
What is P-E-Y? It's not pay.
P-E-Y, Pay.
Is it
Oh.
pay? Yeah.
I thought
Pay.
they would go with Rapo because it was like Raylo.
No.
Why do
no.
you think they would go with that?
'Cause
you
they
think,
said Raylo.
You think they'd realize that that sounds awful and they shouldn't do that?
I don't know, you got dragged
Rape.
with boats. So.
Rapo the clown. Oh god. Get out of here. Get out of my house. It's 2017. Get out of here. This year's over. It's done.
Man.
Where can I put my cup?
Take it home.
Travis working?
Oh.
Right there. That's a perfect spot. The sink is great.
Sink is great.
You can put it in your pile, Emily.